Earthlings of the interwebs, my name is Ben Eaton and this is the Widdly Diddly Way. In this episode we're going to be having a look at a lick that I whacked on my Instagram page on the 25th of August of this year. But before we get to that, please head over to my Instagram, Facebook and YouTube channels and please give them a like and a share, subscribe. Also please head over to my podcast, Performing Musicians Podcast, talking to a whole bunch of musicians that I've worked with or know about their lives pre and post COVID-19. Yes, just look for Ben Eaton music on anything and my big shiny head will pop up. Right, so let's get into it. So here's me playing the lick for you now. So as you can see, it's kind of a country-infused lick. There's a whole bunch of banjo rolls and chicken picking stuff going on there. Some bends. It's just a fun little lick. Kind of in minor pentatonic, but resolves to a major. So let's just have a look at the different shapes we're using. The overall key that we're working on is G. It's kind of a G minor. And how I'm starting is I'm looking at a series of banjo rolls. So, banjo rolls are a hybrid picking technique, kind of a country technique. And what I'm doing is I'm picking, hammering on, and then using my second and third fingers to roll across the next string. We're in the key of G minor, and this is the first scale we're in, the G minor pentatonic. If you're watching this, you probably already know the G minor pentatonic or the A minor pentatonic. It's a ubiquitous scale, all guitarists learn it. But it's also awesome. Pentatonics have all the cool notes. If we're not talking about jazz theory or melodic minors or Phrygians or anything like that, if we're looking at straight out rock, country, blues, the pentatonic's where it's at. So the technique I'm starting on is I'm starting on the root note, the G, and I'm hammering to the minor third. So pick, fret-wise it's 3, 6. And then our next move is we're doing our roll. So now we're plucking with our second and third fingers. So we're kind of making a chord in a way. So we've got the minor third, the fourth, and the flat seven. So we're picking, hammering on, and then plucking with our second finger, plucking with our third finger. Then we're moving laterally to our next string. So we're starting on the third fret of the fifth string, and we're doing the same move again. So it's the same shape within the scale. Right, so first one. Then we're moving across again, third fret again of the fourth string, our flat seven, same idea. Pick, hammer on, pluck, pluck. So that's our third position, and then we're using our pinky. We're sliding up from the flat seven, which is the sixth fret on the second string, up to the root note, which is the eighth fret. Your G, 8th fret, second string. Then we're going back to our flat 7, back to the root, and then bending from the... Now this sounds weird when you play it slow. So what we're doing is we're... The root, flat 7, root, and then we're bending from the natural 7 up to the root again. It gives us just an interesting sound. If you play it slow, it sounds weird. But up to speed, it sounds cool. So the whole lick so far is... And you can give that a wiggle if you like. Bit of vibrato never hurts. And then we get our straight chicken picking. Now this is a repeated pattern, and we're moving. We've gone up in the first position of our minor pentatonic scale. Now we've slid up into the second position of our minor pentatonic scale. So now we're starting from the minor third. We're up on the 6th fret. We're not going to use the whole scale though. We're just using 2 strings. We're here now on the 7th fret, and all I'm doing is I'm picking and then plucking, and then hammering on from our flat 7 up to our root note. So we're doing that same pattern 2 times. And then our third pattern is, and now we're sliding up into our 3rd pentatonic box. But we're just grabbing the same 2 strings again, and we're repeating the same pattern within that scale shape. So fret-wise, the first one was 7th on the 3rd string, 8th fret on the 2nd string, 7th on the 3rd string, 6 on the 2nd string. Now when we slide up to here, we're 10th fret on the 3rd string, 11th fret on the 2nd string, 10th fret on the 3rd string, and then 8 on the 2nd string. So we're just sliding up. We're up into the 4th pentatonic box. So we've arrived at our root note, our G, 12th fret, 3rd string, same pattern within that scale. 12th fret, 3rd string, 13th fret, 2nd string, 12th fret, 3rd string, 11th fret, 2nd string. Same pattern again, you repeat the first one twice. And now we're going to do some cool bending things. We're bending up. We're bending from the 13 on the 2nd string up to the 15. And then we're using our pinky to pluck the 13 on the 1st string. So we bend up, pluck the top string, and then pick again, releasing slowly down to the 11th on the 2nd string, which is your minor third. Now our next bend is a little different because we're using a different pattern. We're bending from the 12th up to the 14th. And what we're doing is we're keeping the 2nd string ringing out, which is the minor third. It's got a cool sound to it. 2 different styles of bend. Then we repeat the pattern again. And then we're simply going from the semitone below, we're resolving to the major, which is the G major chord. That's the whole lick. Fun little lick, some cool patterns in there. I really like this sort of style of playing chicken picking stuff, but it's kind of always been the province of country players and country blues players. It's become sort of a ubiquitous skill now you have to have. Tons of the top flight players use it now. I love using it just because it sounds good. It sounds really cool. Okay, so there we have it. So that was recorded on the 25th of August. Please head over to my Instagram, my Facebook, and my YouTube. Give them a like and subscribe. It helps me keep the wolves from the door. Also head over to the Performing Musicians podcast. That's a podcast interviewing amazing musicians from all over the world about their lives pre and post COVID. If you want to see any licks or have any techniques explained, please message me, let me know on YouTube, on my Facebook, on Instagram. I'm across all those all the time, so hit me up. All right, I'll see you next week.